here you say that, okay, rent cost, we know that it is fixed. We pay on variable cost because we are comparing long run analysis, right? So why is the reason that we are seeing the fixed cost as a variable cost? Because of long run, right? So because many costs are fixed in the short run but variable in the long run, a firm's long run cost curve differs from short run cost curve. Let's talk about that. We have a concept checker here, which means which of the following assumption is not often realistic for a firm in short run? Answer this.
C.
Yes.
See, let's talk about one by one. The firm can vary both size of the factory and number of workers. Yes, we can hire and fire people. It's a normal business routine, right? But can we increase the size of factory? Can we increase the size of factory in very short run? No, it takes time. Construction material and all those stuff takes more than 1 year or 2 years. You are importing plant as well. Takes more years. B part, the firm can vary the size of the factory, but not the workers. It is opposite. See, the firm can vary the size of workers, yes, but not the size of the factory. Why? Because size of the factory increase and decrease, it takes longer time. C. And what about the D? Neither. It's not possible. So the answer is here, C. So let's talk about the economies and diseconomies of scale. The economies of scale means let me just here. The economies of scale, it refers to the property where the long run average cost falls as the quantity of output increases. This is very interesting concept. It says that we are in long run, not in short run. The short run we already know that, right? We have to produce where our every total cost is falling. We don't have to produce here. But we know that in long run, all the cost changes. All the fixed cost becomes variable cost. So the long run average total cost, we call the property of, economies of scale, that property, if in the long run you are still producing more, but you are decreasing your average cost. So that property is called efficient scale. Constant return to scale mean you are here, in which you are producing more, but your total cost remains the same. And this economies of scale is that property for the long run. In the long run, you are producing more and you are having higher costs as well. Let me just read this slide. That is, economies of scale refer to the property where long run average total cost falls as the quantity of output increases. This economies of scale refers to the property whereby long run average total cost rises as the quantity of output increases. It means you increase the quantity, you increase the cost. The economies of scale means you increase the quantity, you decrease the cost. But the scenario is long run. Constant return to scale is it refers to a property whereby long run average total cost stays the same as the quantity of the output increases. So let's talk about that. So you see so this is the short run So these are the short run. Let me just here. So these are the short run average total cost curve, and average total cost is like a U shape, right? We just connect their efficient scale and we find out the big long run average total cost. So where is the property of average total of economies of scale? This property is called economies of scale. This property is called constant return to scale, and this property is called diseconomies of scale. So clear all drawings. Let's talk about that. Here we go. So this property is called economies of scale. This property is called constant return to scale, and this property is called diseconomies of scale, right? But even then, the average total cost is, the long run average total cost is like also, see, some kind of a U-shaped curve. Okay. Answer this question. So you see, when you are producing 3 units, your total cost is 105. When you are producing 4 units, your total cost is 120. So either you are exhibiting economies or diseconomies of scale.
Diseconomies? Is that the answer?
Diseconomies. So tell me, Kathleen, what is this curve called?
The marginal cost curve, because it's U-shaped, right?
U-shaped curve is average total cost, not the marginal cost. Marginal cost is always increasing, right? This is average total cost, not the total cost, right? And you are given total cost, right? It means you need to find out the average total cost. So average total cost of 3 units are 105 divided by 3, and average total cost of 4 units, and this is around about 34, right? So by producing more, they have decreased the cost. It is economies or diseconomies? Catherine, you understand?
Total cost decreases as the output rises.
Yes. So it means this is economies of scale, right? Okay, guys, let's talk about the midterm pattern. So we already know that next week we are going to have our midterm. So before I just talk about the midterm pattern, so any question regarding this chapter? No more? Okay, so I encourage you to go to the YouTube channel and watch all lectures one more time. And I will be also uploading this lecture as well.